So we just got the newest quirk set for My Hero Ultra Rumble, and the boy Bakugo has something different, and we're waiting to see who we're going to be seeing next, and what next character, and what's the next quirk set going to be, man. But today's anime question is going to be, which quirk set do you think is better, the original Bakugo, or do you like the newer one? But yeah, man, we're going to be talking about the strengths, the weaknesses, basically giving y'all a full review of it and some things like that, man. So let me know in the comments how y'all have actually been feeling about them, if you actually did get them. But hey, man, if there's anything you might be interested in, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell, do all those nice things, and let's go and get into this breakdown. Okay, so we actually talk about Bakugo. His alpha quirk is going to be the AP machine gun. And it's basically, like I said, this one works just like Twice's quirk, where it's basically like a burst shot. Now the thing is, though, it actually can't be charged. We thought it did from the initial video, but it can't. And it starts with a shot of 6, and then you get a max of 8. Now some strengths of this thing, though, it has some solid damage, and this thing can be used for movement. Now weakness, though, the range could be better with this, but I think, it's because of the burst shot that they make the range a little bit lower. And this thing doesn't break through barriers, so Mr. Compress, Kendo, Cementos, and Dabi are going to be able to handle you pretty easily with this alpha quirk, like most alpha quirks in this game. Now, as far as the beta quirk, it's going to be the final blow. And some key points about this one is it's basically like air support. You're basically in the air and you're firing down. And actually, we saw from the video and I played, you can be aimed this one. You can aim this one and decide where you want to go. You can turn to the left or to the right. And you start with 2 shots and you get a max of 2 shots, which is a little bit of a downfall. Now, some strengths for this actual quirk is, like I said, it's great for movement and this thing gets past barriers. So it's going to combo well with the gamma, which we're going to talk about later. But the barrier part, you're going to be able to go right over the top of any barrier. Sir Dabi, Mr. Compress, Kendo, they're not going to be able to do anything with you, and it makes it hard for enemies to even get close or focus you down because they're going to take damage by getting close to you. And there's a whole lot of bystander damage with this quirk because, like I said, you can third party and just hop in a fight just by coming from over the top. Now, like I said, weaknesses, though, it only has 2 shots, which I think could be better if it had more. It has a short activation. This thing doesn't actually last that long, and it's not the best damage. I feel like this is more so for movement over damage itself. Now, as far as the gamma, it's going to be the Bomb Blast Mine. And some key points about this one, you blast the ground and you boost into the air. This thing does blow enemies back, and like I figured from the video, there's no follow-up. So this is going to be the ending of your combos. You're not going to be able to follow up whenever you use this quirk. And this can be combined with the beta if you come with the beta first and then slam down with this gamma. And it starts with 1 shot and you get a max of 1 shot. Now, some strengths of this thing, it breaks barriers even without the beta. So if you just drop this on the ground, you're going to blow through Kendo and Mr. Compress. Now, this isn't going to work with Dabi because you're not going to be close enough, but if you use the beta to actually get into the circle and then slam down, this is going to work. And it has a decent blowback effect, especially once you start to level it up. And this thing is great for escaping. Now, some weaknesses, though, this animation can be interrupted. So if somebody hits you before you actually blast the ground, the animation is not going to work. And I think the blow-up height could be better for this one. It'd be a lot better if you went higher into the air because then it'd work a lot better with the special action. But all around, some final thoughts for Bakugo. Like I said, all of his moves flow together very well. You can easily go from the alpha to the beta to the gamma to your special action and move around. It's going to be extremely hard for people to get you. While this isn't the best movement in the game, it's definitely top tier, up there with Froppy and things like that. And this new Bakugo isn't really focused on damage, it's more of a hit and run specialist. He's going to get in there, damage you, and get out pretty quickly. Now, as far as the final grade, the alpha quirk, we're going to give it an A. It's in the same category as All for One, whereas it could be better if there was more movement. That's a little bit of bias for me. I prefer the alpha quirks that allow you to have some movement, but being able to have the damage is pretty good. As far as the beta quirk, I'll give this one an S, like I said, because this one has great movement, and it's low damage from the move itself, but it breaks barriers. And anything that breaks barriers is a good plus in this game because it's going to allow you to focus down teams and prevent people from actually running and getting away from you. And it's hard for people to even focus you down while you're using this. As far as the gamma quirk, we're going to give this one an A because, like I said, it's great for crowd control. I wish the blast radius was a little bit better, but being able to jump yourself into the air and knock people back is pretty good. So all around, the full grade for the new quirk set is going to be an A, and I think this new Bakugo is actually pretty good. Now, we're actually not going to be using our tickets to get him, so we don't have some live gameplay for you today, because yeah, we're not using the tickets to get him, but I do think he's a pretty good character. Let me know in the comments if y'all actually think that this quirk set is better than the other one. I think this is very situational because, like I said, this one is focused a lot more on movement than damage, so it kind of just depends on what your team is looking like. But let me know how y'all have actually been feeling about these alternate quirk sets for all these different characters, and who are y'all wanting for the next DLCs that we're getting. And also, we'll probably be getting another map since they keep releasing maps. So what map do you actually want to see next for My Hero Ultra Rumble, and just how you been feeling about the game in general, man. But I hope y'all enjoyed this review, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video, man. We up.